On a clear orange-blue day in October, when the air was not chilly enough to be uncomfortable, Sidi Segal took stock of what was left of her world. There wasn't a whole lot to be seen. She had found more and more time to herself as the months went on. Time filled with empty, slow spaces dotted with moments of smoother, acute awareness at how little she belonged, of how alien the world felt around her, of how disconnected she was. Floating and alone, without an anchor, without a purpose. A leftover crust of bread, floating on the water, waiting for the fish. There were not even bones left in her world. Bones were too solid to be real. Now there was only that chilling pocket of emptiness that crept up the spine, gently slicing words in the throat. Not violent, no. It would have been better in that case, rather than damnable silence. Out there, past the vast empty space that surrounded her, Sidi saw the world passing from her hands. It could never go back, and what lay ahead was obscure. For so long, the future had been two things to Sidi: a continuation of the present, or death. There were no branches from this path, no variations, no choices to make. The path was solid, it was real, it was normal. There was nothing to doubt, nothing that could break the comforting cocoon that formed around her, nothing to assault the belief that she was doing the right thing, that she was serving a purpose. And now, it was gone. Gone with the chill October air. The people demanded security. They demanded comforting words. They demanded blood. And Sidi Segal could give them none of that. The name carved on her yoke of 26 years was smeared with mud, and there was no comfort to be had in it. Only doubt. Sidi carried with her a blackened name. The people who did nothing. Her people did not kill monsters. They did not share miracles. They did not create. They merely hoarded. In immaculate order. All was labeled, tagged, and placed in a box. They put the world in many boxes, and then they did nothing. She could not blame the public who shunned her people. Her people could not say, "I have slain the Grendel." Her people could not open their arms and say, "I have walked among the gods and written down their words." Her people could not say, "We shape the future by our own hands." They could only say, "We were there." Being there was not good enough. Slander was thrown, demands were made, terms were set. Sidi's yoke was chipped down, slowly, slowly, until it felt weak on her shoulders. Monsters were killed, miracles were shared. Men, women, and children looked up into the sun for the first time in years. The world adapted, though it did not do so smoothly or quietly. A blessing to be rough and loud and ordinary. Chip by chip, the yoke was broken down, and the hoard was emptied, until there was nothing left. Overseer 7, Sidi Segal, sat on the bench in the park by the lakeside. and was alone.